Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today we are gonna have a little building episode on the Mothership. Next time we're gonna do some more work on the factory, but in the meantime I let it produce a bunch of blocks, especially building blocks, also a bunch of lights and such things, and other decorative blocks. So today a more relaxed building episode, therefore there's also not gonna be a face cam, and we shall see how far we get in today's episode. I hope we can actually accomplish a lot so that after the next 15 minutes or so this mothership will look a lot more impressive and more advantageously shaped. Yeah, I think that's gonna be a good idea. Nevertheless, very important, always set up a symmetry plane. I sometimes tend to forget it and then I build a huge part of the ship and it's kind of impossible to mirror it on the other side because I do not possess such good memory. Anyhow, there's one thing I wish I hadn't done yet, and that is wedging out all of this stuff, because it's kind of getting in the way of my work at the moment. So as harsh as it sounds, we might have to remove a lot of wedges. Normally I do like myself some wedges, but only in the form of potato wedges. No, actually that's a complete lie. I love the wedges. Wedges makes things look so much prettier. But then again, if you have placed 100,000 wedges which you are about to remove, it's an entirely different story. Yeah, but look at that, the build mode, the remove tool is doing a wonderful, lovely job, I have to say. I'm kind of tempted to replace one of those lines, or maybe two, with crystals. Though from the looks of it we will not able to make this look really smooth, I think. Maybe if we do something like that. It's still not smooth enough for my taste. Anyhow, let's continue removing stuff. Okay, there we go. I've gotten rid of the entire side. Now you can see how unsmooth it actually is. The wedges are making such a huge difference. What we now should do is kind of outline where we want to go with this. I was kind of thinking connecting this in some way, so we need to kind of cut off a bit at the bottom. Let it kind of do, I don't know, a wavy pattern until it comes smoothly towards the wing. So in other words, it's gonna be random luck if this ever is gonna look amazing or not. So let's define an edge. I think this is probably the lowest I want to go, and of course we are exposing our machinery or engine room doing so. But we're gonna fix that soon enough anyways. Okay, yeah, something like that. Maybe now we want to move up a little bit, about 5 tiles or so, and continue. How is that? I'm still not sure. Okay, yeah, let's do 5 up and 7 across. And now we want to go all the way down as much as we can. Okay, yeah, I can kind of see this working. If we, of course, you know, get rid of the bottom half and adjust it accordingly, we might have a chance. A slim one, mind you. Well, so how to round them off? That is a really good question. A question to which I certainly do not know the answer. But I do know that often just winging it a little bit at least gives you an idea or some inspiration towards the desired looks you're going for. But on the other side, it can also be a real pain in the butt. Because right now I'm not sure if we can get things working entirely the way I want them to. We also need some lighting. I can barely see. Cannot work under these conditions. Yeah, okay, look at that. So maybe we can get this working somehow. The thing is, we need to get all the way down, but we don't want to go as fast as we are at the moment. So we will have to get rid of a lot more blocks potentially. But right now I'm just trying to make kind of a staircase downwards. And of course building in diagonals in a building game such as this can be kind of a bitch. But I believe in us, we can do this. This is usually the point when I realize that symmetry mode isn't activated. Okay, I think I have the curve that I want to go for. Now we just have to get rid of all the extra stuff that is still in the way. And oh yeah, we have to get rid of a lot of stuff. I want to get rid of the block below the crystal as well. There we go, it's just a question of the technique. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's try to hook this up correctly. Oh, that's not gonna be easy. Maybe we do like 2 cubes. Yeah, this might work out. And connect this up like so. Alright, much better, much better. Also, to make things more visible, we should kind of try to, I don't know, get a line of crystals going all the way up to here. Or maybe right here. We could hook this up right here. I'm kind of tempted to just replace the corner pieces here. And, you know, go up in a manner such as this. How about that? Yeah, that's not too shabby, not too shabby. If we do something similar on the top, this might even work out. I mean, also, you know, kind of work out with the looks. But anyhow, I guess we will have to complete all of this. But we want to do it in a shaped way. Oh, why did I think of that? Okay, I guess we're just gonna, you know, keep filling up these edges wherever we have a free space. And for those guys we have to place 2 blocks. There we go, 1 helper block. Yeah, what do you think? This might actually work out. The crystals make everything look so much better. If I had some like crystal wedges, that would be great. Maybe we can even afford some. I have never actually looked them up in a shop. Well, not the crystal wedges, but there are other glowing blocks which look similar and they do have wedges. Okay, so you kind of see what I mean now. That means the ship will also end a lot sooner up here, and then there will be like a larger ramp going a little bit into the room and also kind of naturally, well, naturally, but it will divide the room up. Like, this is a too large room only to be an engine room. We need to have some more functionality to it. So dividing stuff up will kind of prove to be handy here. Anyhow, let's see, how do we have to continue this? Okay, I think we kind of have to do something like... Oh man, this is gonna get complex a little bit because of the diagonal thing. But yeah, something like that will work out. Yeah. I can kind of see the pattern. It's really confusing at those edges. I want to go right here a little further. And I believe after that we have 1 more black row before we do another crystal row. The crystal row will define the edge somehow. Okay, there we go, look at that. That is gonna look rather nice, especially if we put some, you know, nicely visible wedges on it. This is the last row that we have to do, and we are not gonna place ship cores, but we're gonna place our trusty ice crystals. So this is gonna be like the bottom of the ship, and towards the center we'll have to make it a little bit bigger. Yeah, I totally dig it. At least more than what we had before. We will have to fix some stuff up here now. And we're gonna do this with a black hole. Oh man, I'm really not sure yet how we're gonna do this. Yeah, something like that, I would assume. We just try to make like a nice little staircase downwards like this, and everything before that we will be able to remove and give this ship a little bit of a nicer shape. Maybe we should remove some more down below, like this. Yeah, so yeah, that is kind of the plan. We shall see if it will bear fruits. I certainly do hope so, but you can never be sure. Okay, there we go. I finished, well, at least what we had so far, the staircase, and you can kind of see what I meant with the curvy parts and leading somewhat into the room. I kind of imagined it differently with the division of the rooms. We will still have to make our own division walls, dividing up the rooms. I don't even know if you can call them division walls, but it sounds logical to me. Nevertheless, there's now plenty of stuff which we will have to remove. Otherwise it might be a little bit difficult to see where I'm going with this. But generally I think you can get the basic gist. It makes a huge difference to kind of contrast the bulky look. The only question is what we do with that. Do we kind of want to artistically hook those guys up together, or do we want to make like a straight line? I have really no idea yet. The only thing that I do know is that we must continue building. Do not stop, do not overthink things. Okay, I outlined a little area right here, and I think what I might have to do is get rid of those towers. What are they for? They are hollow yet, so I probably had some kind of module in mind there. I totally forgot about it. Yeah, I guess unfortunately we might have to get rid of these attachments for now, so that we can make a smooth transition between the middle part and this part right here. As unfortunate as it sounds, it's gonna be much better. I think we might only have to get rid of like half of the tower, if we are lucky. Yeah, unfortunately we might have to get rid of the whole tower after all. That is a shame. I have to get rid of this entire thing here. Well, entire thing. Maybe this little nickel right there. Yeah, we're just gonna remove the tower. It's kind of built into the ship, so it's actually not too easy to remove it. But I just see that there are a lot of blocks which were just in open space within the ship, not actually being very useful. So we can even clean up some of these blocks and do it a little bit better this time. Yeah, tower, I'm sorry, you will have to go. I mean, I will build something similar, don't worry. I won't get rid of the whole concept of adding like a pipe-ish looking structure there, but we have to adjust it to its surroundings, which have changed massively. Okay, so we're getting closer to what I actually wanted in the first place. There's some stuff right here which we still have to remove. Maybe we can take care of that right away. I don't know yet how much we will have to remove, but the aim is basically a staircase or a little kind of corner looking piece right there, and we need to kind of smoothly connect it up to the sides. So again, that's gonna be fun. More diagonal block placing. One step further into the building process. I think my winging it out concept is working out so far, at least for this part of the ship. I'm not yet sure how I want to do that, but basically all we have to make sure is follow the basic stairway pattern and we will get where we want to go. Yeah, so this actually transists almost perfectly into this corner, and we even get the chance to kind of curve this out. Yeah, a curve is maybe a little bit too flattering, but we will see how it turns out. I'm just getting rid of some of the stuff so it's less confusing to me, and we can connect those two pieces afterwards. Oh yes, it is almost finished. I feel like I have a mistake in here, but it's probably alright. Nothing really to worry about. So maybe let's change the form of our tool and get rid of a few things right here. All of that stuff we are not gonna need anymore. Well, it kind of worked out right here, don't you think? I think the connection is very smooth. So after all this hassle, this might look rather well. Let's see, we kind of want to fill this up like so. Yeah, and we're gonna continue the power line right here. Oh yeah, I think that's exactly what we needed. Okay, so there's still the question how to deal with that. Maybe we try to, I don't know, add some right here. We're now gonna re-add those stripes. Okay, so right here, this is not very good. This is still too far away from the target. Yeah, this is absolutely legitimate. So we can do it until we reach this side right here. So those guys are kind of too far off. I want them to go back right here, already at this spot. They're gonna go back like 5 or so blocks and then they can come down. So until this happens, we can already start to build up those guys so we know how far we have to go. Holy cow, guys, this is really not easy. Whatever the heck are we gonna do? Alright guys, I think I have come up with a solution we are gonna be happy with. Right now it looks a little bit chaotic, but it is now actually the bottom of the tower already carved into the side of the ship. So it's even more inside of the structure and doesn't look like attached to it. And right here we can have like a little console or a box with electrical stuff. I don't even know. Even though it is not too intentional, it is already a little detailed feature in my eyes. But yeah, there you go guys. Oh my gosh. Only doing like this corner took such a long time. This is crazy. You can spend days in Starmade. I just love this game. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed this little building episode. This should give you a taste on how the overall look of the mothership will be like. So there's gonna be a lot of details, a lot of neon stripes, a lead chip basically. So I guess one thing that I'm gonna do off camera is something similar on the top corner right there, and also right here on the sides. We kind of want to continue that pattern, maybe also take apart this tower, though this tower actually is integrated into the ship a little bit better than the other one. But nevertheless, I'm gonna end the episode right here. Thank you so much for joining me once again. Have a great time and see ya in a few days. Bye bye.